economy and entire planet Earth, world will need another 1 million resources. Question is, every country is trying to build that resources. Malaysia was trying to do 60,000, now they gave up. They say probably maximum they can do 20,000 resources. Because of the population dividend, they don't have the way we have. So question is, how can we take advantage of that? So what we did, we mapped Bangladesh. There are almost 130 universities that is offering electrical engineering or CS graduate. And every year, almost 28,000 is coming out. So there's a huge population. So we can easily create a steady stream of resources for semiconductor industry. Or if anybody starts any business here, packaging and testing, or multinational company like India went to AMD, TI, Intel, any company comes here, resource is here. You may not get in other countries. So what we did is map the entire Bangladesh. To my surprise, Dhaka has close to 60 universities that offers electrical engineering courses. And then outside Dhaka, we have another like 70 plus universities. So we are reaching out to all universities in Bangladesh. And we are taking different steps because resources needed. If you go to Ulkasemi blog, go to YouTube and find out, type Ulkasemi, you'll find a lot of things we are trying to do. Because government moves very slowly. We've been telling government for many years. So we thought that we have to do whatever we need to do. So we basically creating blog, we are creating resources. Many university has no VLSI course offered. There's no professor. There's no, every place I go end up complaints and everything. So we went to the student directly. We are telling that we are going to provide you all the information. You study, you come take a test, we'll hire you. We have 500, we are trying to add another 100 pretty soon. So we are almost there. I think what we need from the government is policy. Like all those universities, one of the things that there is no good internet connection. They're very poor connections. So maybe Starlink will make a difference. I think it's expensive, but we have to find a model that how we can manage that cost. But this is very important that government has to give tax incentive, government has to give cash incentive. This is what's happening in other countries also. And then support resource development. This is such a huge resource, all the university. There are a lot of things going on. And I must tell you that our advisor is very supportive. He showed up in my office. I didn't even know who he was. He just called and showed up. This is amazing. And of course, Ashik came, Nahian came, everybody came to my office. So we're getting a lot of support. So definitely government is working towards that, and we're working with the government. So thank you so much because of time constraint, I cannot go any further, but I'll be more than happy to share my story in future some events. Thank you.
We look forward to hear from you again very soon, but we have a very sharp cutoff point. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So we have next another very interesting session. Zarif, I would like to invite you to stage, please.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. I know it's getting really close to lunchtime, so I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I promise that the next two speakers that we have, they're going to be really engaging. And they're going to talk about the ITES industry in Bangladesh. So what is ITES? It's Information Technology Enabled Services, which describes the services that are provided to businesses leveraging information technology. So picture this. You are at an ATM, and suddenly your bank card isn't working. So you call up the bank landline. And if you're in Bangladesh, you'll probably reach someone in Bangladesh. But if you're in the US, in the UK, a very high chance is you might reach someone in a call center in India. So information technology has enabled that kind of services to be provided by companies from offshore centers. And Bangladesh has the capacity, the capabilities to be the next destination. So why do we have that capacity, and what gives us our competitive advantage? To tell you more about that, I would like to invite the next two speakers, Shah Jalaluddin from Genex Infosys and Mir Shahrukh Islam from Bondstein to tell us more about ITES in Bangladesh.
Good afternoon, Jalal Bhai. How are you? It's a great day to talk about two most important things, Bangladesh and its thriving ICT industry.
Yes, good afternoon, Shahrukh. It's been really a good opportunity for us to be here. And I think we are already late and it's mid-hour. Talking about anything which is not interesting is going to make the audience even more upset. So to be honest, we are here standing before you to unveil the immense potential that Bangladesh has got in ICT sector. And as we all know, you have been briefed and told many times, it's a very young, agile, and very entrepreneurial country that currently we have as because of the young generation.
So, great. So if you look at the market size, currently we have around 2,600 active companies in the ICT industry. We have a market size of $2.4 billion, where we have a local market of 1.5 and an export market of 0.9 billion, right? And the BPO industry is also thriving.
Correct. If I represent a company where we have got more than 4,000 people working in any given day. And currently we are working for companies like Uber, we are working for Standard Chartered Bank, we have got company Temo, which is called as the Amazon for Europe. We have got Netstar, who produces the platform for IoT, like Emo, Bigo, and Likey. So I think those who have uploaded any photograph in Emo, if it requires a regulatory approval, it goes to our office in Nikunjo. So think about it that someone using Emo in Middle East is getting all the support from Bangladesh. It's not only that, we also provide support for graphic design. We also do accounting software modernization for different companies in US. We also support companies from Middle East to provide SaaS services, which is very much required for small organizations in that particular country.
Great. You know what? Bangladesh has one of the biggest element that increases your probability of success in business. And you know what that is? It's our people. Our people are creative and skilled. They are resilient. They are hardworking. And that makes all the difference. With over 350,000 people employed over these 2,600 companies and around 500,000 people listed as skilled people in different online marketplaces, Bangladesh is one of the giant ICT workforce. And slowly, it's shifting. We are seeing a tremendous shift in entrepreneurial mindset.
Right. I think Shahrukh represents that particular group, and his voice and my voice are different. He's giving the indication how energetic our current population is. And to be honest, the youth in Bangladesh are giant killers. They can do anything they wish to. They need some learning and they need some training. Let us give you an example. In our organizations, we call it Learn and Earn. That is your first platform where we create impact for your rest of your life. So if you believe in youth, which is an obvious choice to be honest, it's not only youth, it's a country which is rising. And I think for investors, we have got the population, we have got the right resources, we are online and we are ready. My question to you would be, are you ready?
If you look at the ICT exports, Bangladesh is slowly becoming the development center of the world, right? We have been seeing 20% year-on-year growth on ICT exporting. We are exporting to destinations like US, UK, EU, and other countries. Let me take you an example for Japan ICT export market. Nearly 5 years ago, we had very minimal export proceeds from Japan, right? But with resilience approach and consistent follow-ups from the local ecosystem players, we have been able to bring Japan as one of the top 5 ICT exports just within 5 years. And we are serving global clients like Accenture, Amazon, Apple, British Telecom, Intel, Uber, and a lot of other companies. But that doesn't stop there, right? BPO service is also very interesting. Jalaba, if you could highlight some points.
Right. Most of us know BPO as a call center. I think it's no longer a call center. For example, we are covering almost 96% of the population in the country, providing voice, non-voice services, digital services. Plus, we are also providing support to the small business houses where we provide them accounting solutions. So the BPO industry is emerging and we are concentrating on creating resources. And these resources are going to be the next generation who is going to lead the country for better future.
Great. But why invest in Bangladesh? I have talked about one reason, people, right? But the second reason, and the most fundamental reason, is the government support. Government considers ICT sector to be a hero sector. That's why we are enjoying corporate tax exemption till 2027, and it's scheduled to be extended even further. We also have 6% incentive on export proceeds. And with available high-tech park, you can start your office tomorrow. So fundamentally, government support gives us a very big advantage, and having a very resilient people also tops that advantage. Now, if you look into the demographic dividends, Jalal Bhai can highlight.
Correct. Average age, everyone knows, is 26 years old. I think if we go back to the BPO industry, we have a mix of average age is 19. So these are all the aspirant group of Bangladesh. Probably they are in their last year of their studies, looking for getting graduation. Now, if you look into the gender distribution, we have got around 35 to 40% female working in our organizations. And they are also working in the sense that they are taking leadership in some of the process that we deal for foreign organizations. Now, at a whole, I think this country has everything ready. For example, we have the right infrastructure, government is supporting enormously, we have got the right people who are ready to take this challenge. Plus, this is a destination where we have got geographical advantage for US market. Plus, we can have a lot of resources who are coming back from different countries to invest, especially NRB, non-resident Bangladeshi. So this is the destination, I would say, and this is where you can make your future bright. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's invest in Bangladesh.
Sorry about that, but thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I think so far we have talked a lot about the private sector digitization, and we have heard about the success stories that each of one of them have made. So I think it's time we also need to be mindful that along with private sector, we also need to have public sector digitization, which is equally important. So I think the next session, or it's more like a panel discussion that would be conducted by one of our city officials, and we are very fortunate that we also got some officials from the government side as well. So without further delay, I would like to invite them on stage. So I would like to invite Mr. Jafar Sadiq Chaudhry, Additional Managing Director, MetLife Bangladesh, Ms. Nahid Sharmin, Lead DFS A2I ICT Division, Rohit Jamwal, Public Sector Solutions Head, City Asia South, and then Abu Abed Mohammed Shoaib, DGM Jeevan Bima Corporation. A big round of applause for them, please.
Good afternoon. Assalamu alaikum. I won't take much time because I think this session is extremely important from the perspective of listening to the practitioners on the digital financial inclusion and the benefits they have reaped. So with me, we have people from A2I, Government Nodal Agency, from MetLife, and from Jeevan Bima. I'll just give a context so that everybody can enjoy the conversation. Digitizing and digitization of the government services have led to significant cost savings. I think it's very important to everybody in this room and anybody and everybody, what does it mean to me? What is the impact and relevance to me? I think that is very, very important. So I think I want to just lay some of the best practices the other countries have done. And I think that is something key takeaway for even Bangladesh. And I would start that firstly with the SMEs. I mean, they are I'm sure there are a lot of SMEs in the room as well. And if I ask any of you, how much is the liquidity risk you are carrying? Where are your cash balances? What is the counterparty risk you have? Or what is the FX risk you have? Can you substantiate in real time? I don't think anybody would be. So, because you don't have just one bank account and one insurance company and one asset. So the challenge is, how do you have access to all this information? Because it's all lying with different bank accounts and different providers. And how do you access the credit? Either you do it bilaterally, you speak to every provider, or the government can create an ecosystem. I think in the morning Mr. Faiz spoke about that you can get all this information at a very, or typically free of cost. I think what are the benefits of digitization? One is the transparency. Now, the numbers are staggering. I mean, some of the countries, I just take example of what India published when they did direct benefit transfer. They saved $12 billion of government benefit savings, which were getting pilfered by going digital. I'll give you an example of digital KYC. Okay, so the government of Estonia saved 820 years of work by going digital KYC on digital signatures. I'll also take example of another very good example, closer home on insurance, is on proof of life. So as a pensioner, it's an annual event, proof of life, that I'm still alive and therefore keep giving you pension. Italy National Pension digitized the whole process. Now the pensioner can be in any country. They can get paid in that country in the choice of their currency without moving from their home. So with that background, I want to open some of the questions I have for the panel. Maybe first one for the Mr. Chaudhary. Bangladesh has one of the lowest life insurance penetration rates in the world. I believe it is 0.5% of the GDP compared to global average of 3 to 4%. Given this challenge, could you share with us some of the key digital transformation initiatives MetLife Bangladesh has undertaken over the last 5 years, particularly in premium collections and claim processing, and how has it benefited you and the citizens of Bangladesh?
Thank you and good afternoon. Before answering your question, I need to say something about the background. Because MetLife Bangladesh, MetLife is a 165 years old company, and we are in Bangladesh for more than 70 years. So we are a proud partner of Bangladesh growth and prosperity. So in fact, we have started 73 years back, and we have invested money. We didn't look for the opportunity. We have created the opportunity in Bangladesh. So about Bangladesh, we found that the huge population, everybody said, the youth population, and their adaptability mindset, and the internet penetration throughout the country, everything is so vibrant. So during 2019, we have taken a strategy for 5 years, which ended in December last year, to prepare for the future, because the opportunity is huge. And based on the customer demand, market demand, and this huge young population, so we have taken that initiative and we have completed that. Now we have another 5 years strategy to build from there. So what is the strategy? That will answer your question. The strategy is, in Bangladesh, you are right, the insurance penetration is less than 1%. 0.4 is actually 0.4. In India is almost 5%. In Hong Kong, Malaysia, they are 10, 12%. In Japan is 22%. So the opportunity is huge. The population is huge. That's why we have, last 5 years, we have invested millions of dollars to prepare for the future and for the opportunity. So I will share 2, 3, examples out of many. Like, we have created a app, we call it One by MetLife, for our customers, for the future. And we have created another app, we call it My Life, for our internal customer, for our people working for MetLife. So these are the two apps will drive us for next 50 years. We'll build on them going forward. So for the app, One by MetLife, we have more than 1.2 million customers. For their any need on insurance, they don't need to come to our office or call us. They can just get into the app and get all the services. They can pay premium from there. They can see their status. They can get their tax certificate from the app. They can submit their claims. Everything is in one app. So and we have created this app not only for our customers only. This is also for non-customers, because the adaptability mindset of Bangladeshis. So if I say we have added value-added services in that, like call a doctor, chat with a doctor, get your BMI, your diabetes management, your blood pressure management, everything is there. So you can order medicine, you can have your diagnostics at home. So everything is in one app. So what happened, you see the slide. In last 2 years, we have 1.3 million downloads for an insurance app. So it's unbelievable. And out of this 1.3 million downloads, 600,000 people are registered. They're using this app. And if you see, because of this app, at this moment, all of our services, 75% of our services are given through this, digital innovation. So this is a fantastic achievement. And, out of this 1.3 million downloads, only 250,000 customers have their BMI checks, in our app. And 50,000 plus users are getting, doctor's consultation, chat with the doctor and doctor's appointment through this app. This is a fantastic achievement for customers' point of view for the future. This is the future, and we have built on that, and we are very excited for that.
I think that's a very interesting context you provided, and I think on that note, I want to ask this question to Mr. Shoaib. When it comes to life insurance, there is also a human element and empathy, because when it comes to claim payment, there is an emotional angle to it. So maybe I want to ask is, if there is one area you want to pick up where you feel we are lagging in digital payment journey, what it will be, and how do you balance automation with the need for human touch?
Thank you. Good afternoon to all. Your first question, one area, if I take from digitization journey for life insurers, it's definitely claim disbursement. And there is a numerous reason to proving this problem. Number one, if I mention number one is claim payment disbursement is more complex than other sectors. You know that claim payment payout structure is often complex, and it's vary from customer to customer, depending on their contract. And second thing is legacy IT system. Many insurers really still now rely on legacy system, and it's difficult to improve or integrate modern payment structure. It's also difficulty, technically challenging. And third one is fraud prevention. You know that insurance payment typically large sum. So there is a possibility to fraudulent activities. So we need to introduce sophisticated tools to prevent this. And third one is, finally, I would to say that customer satisfaction and trust. A significant portion of the life insurance customer is older demographic, and they are not comfortable with a digital payment system. Rather, they prefer older or traditional banking system like checks or bank transfer. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. So I think that's a very relevant portion when you said that there is a human element involved. I just want to finish this, maybe a comment from Nahid from A2I. Maybe if you want to just take 5 seconds, because I think if what is coming out is that we need an ecosystem, right? Like what Jeevan Bima just mentioned, we need an ecosystem. So I think A2I has done a lot of work on ACPay, but what's your journey, going forward? How do you resolve some of these problems on digitization? So if you can just take 5 seconds to share.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks, Rohit, for inviting us. Actually, when I see the topic, public sector digitization, and you ask me what is the journey of A2I, maybe the audience already aware about the A2I journey is remarkable in the public sector digitization. Actually, in the ICT division, A2I is one of the most vibrant program, though it working for the public sector digitization. We have lots of things. Later I will come to the financial services, but actually financial service digitization depends on the other area. Like we have MyGov platform, we have eNothi or dNothi, we have digital center. Those are actually interconnected with the financial services. So now I'm coming to the point of the ACPay. ACPay is the one and only government national payment aggregator in Bangladesh. So we have a plan, it turned to be a national payment aggregator in the Bangladesh. And also it's our special assistant of Honorable Chief Advisor and also ICT Secretary verbally confirmed that they have a plan to ACPay turn to be a national payment aggregator. But we are now facing some challenges because of our formalization process, but it's not that so much.
So I can say that the intent is there.
Yeah.
The roadmap is there. It's just about the execution of the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I want to not stand between you and your lunch, and I want to thank the panel members for taking out time. So I think we can wrap up. I think Bangladesh is the right spot. There's a public-private partnership, and A2I is the agency which is facilitating the whole process of digitization. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you, panel members.
Thank you, everyone. So first of all, apologies. I think we are running behind time, running behind the schedule, and this is the last session. So I think in all the discussions, one thing was very common, and it was about cyber security, right? Without cyber security, none of this progress in AI technologies would work. So we tried to, we we're very lucky to get someone who is an expert in this area. So it's a great honor to introduce Mr. Takatoshi Nakamura, a distinguished scientist from the USA and a former MIT faculty member for over 19 years. He's the inventor of complete cipher technology, which is the revolutionary breakthrough in post-quantum cryptography. So I won't take much time. I would like to invite Mr. Takatoshi Nakamura, please. Please give him a big round of applause.
Hello? Okay. You must be long waiting for that lunch. But please, maybe 5-6 minutes, all right? First, I I can clearly see the remarkable aggressiveness in ICT development in Bangladesh. But if everything we are building could collapse. And that's exactly why okay. So could you give me the slide? Excuse me. Do you have? Yes. Thank you. Okay. Oh, first, I'm talking about the quantum computer. There are many computers, developed. Yeah, this is the one by China 3-4 years ago. And last year, Google introduced Willow. And this year, Microsoft, Amazon. These are quite fast, okay? Compared to supercomputer, it is 10 to the power of 24 times faster. That's fast, okay? So we can get the benefit from this quantum computer clearly. Simulation, optimization, machine learning, many benefits we can see. So clearly, quantum computer will be one of the most important tools for our future, definitely. All right, but
in a 5 to 10 year time frame, quantum computing will break encryption as we know it today.
No, again, okay.
In a 5 to 10 year time frame, quantum computing will break encryption as we know it today.
Okay, did you listen to that? Okay, quantum computer may break all the conventional information security related functions, all right? So quantum computers accomplish conventional attacks super fast and in a fraction of a second. So, are there any effective solutions? So, please think now, what if the net information security function is destroyed? It can come like 2030, 3, 4, 5 years from now. Obviously, internet is going to be very likely stop working. But not only that, traffic system, power system, diplomacy system, defense system will be affected. So we need some solution. So, but the world is not just waiting for the threat coming. They are preparing. That is post-quantum cryptography. American NIST released first 3 finalized post-quantum encryption standards. Those are 3 of them, okay? But, so you think, if you use this cryptography, maybe you can make better, secure system. You may be thinking like that, right? But bad news. Critical vulnerability still remains and will never be solved. Will never be solved. So, what you will do with that? This is Financial Times, 2 years ago, I think. Chinese researchers claim to find a way to break encryption using quantum computer, 2 years ago. And our colleague at MIT said, probably it is true. Okay? And what's more, many experts, including us, know how to hack systems that use standardized post-quantum cryptography. So this is not going to be a solution, obviously. But here's good news. And not many people know about this. Okay? In 1949, only technology to solve this problem was initiated. 1949, very old. But since then, He's the person who introduced this paper, which is mentioning about such solution. Dr. Claude Shannon. He introduced the complete cipher idea. It is based on information theoretic security. It is proven. So since then, Shannon's idea was extended and the critical issue was solved already. That is complete cipher. So complete cipher is, in definition, nobody can break it with any means forever. And now, who is using this? Mostly American military, American intelligence, and Russian intelligence, and some others, okay? Not for everybody yet. But our father of, political father of Japan, do you remember Shinzo Abe? He passed away already, okay? 3 years ago, I talked with him, and he liked this technology. And Fumio Kishida mentioned about our complete cipher in Diet last year. Shinzo Sensei said, leveraging complete cipher technology, Japan can once again become the second most important country in the world that can contribute to the people of all over the world. Okay? So now, I want to introduce this system, okay? Any countries need NID system, national ID system. We have one in Japan. It's not good though, but anyway, we have one. And the NID system requires two functions at least, authentication function and also confidential communication function. And if we think about the election system, it's going to be used, all over the world soon. This also requires confidential communication and authentication functions also. Same for financial systems, right? So financial application requires authentication function, confidential communication function, and business application requires also authentication function and confidential communication function. Okay? But these are quite difficult to make if we consider about the threat of that quantum computer. So I suggest, so for any service, real or virtual, these two functions are essential. And implementing them with specifications that can withstand quantum computers is not only costly, but also difficult. Therefore, if Bangladesh can provide these functions as a nation, it will not only become the country with the most advanced ICT infrastructure in the world, most advanced, okay? But also the country with the highest return on investment, where the funds invested in the future will be used very effectively only to build the function to realize the targeted services, okay? So now, the message I want to tell you, this is the last slide. So CipherCore, our company, is not just a technology provider, it's a foundation for building a true digital economy. If the government of Bangladesh is willing, we are ready to bring large-scale investment, set up critical infrastructure, and establish a global support resource center right here in Bangladesh. This initiative will create substantial employment opportunities and position local talent to support the globe protect against post-quantum threats. We warmly invite all partners to join us in building a robust digital ecosystem, not only for Bangladesh, but also to capitalize on global opportunities from here. Together, we can make Bangladesh a global hub for digital resilience. So it is not crazy idea. Maybe it can be realized. Let's make realize together. Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon, everyone. As you can really understand, we are running against the time. So first of all, thank you so much to all of you for being here today. Hope you gained a lot from this session, and I'm sure that all of us are now feeling energized. We take this opportunity to thank Mr. Faiz Ahmed Tayyab, Honorable Policy Advisor for ICT Ministry of Bangladesh Government, for attending the event and sharing his valuable perspectives. And at this point, we also want to thank you, all our incredible speakers and facilitators that we have today. We know some of them actually travel from abroad, and we really please accept our heartfelt gratitude. Thanks goes to Mr. Ashik Chaudhary, Honorable Executive Chairman of BIDA and his super energetic team. We were really, actually I should say that didn't expect this level of commitment from BIDA team. That was outstanding led by Nahian. So thanks to BIDA for inviting Citibank NA, inviting UNDP to become integral part of this initiative. And we know when government leads an initiative from the front, that sets the tone for the rest of the country, that gives a very strong signal to the potential investors. From Citi, we are ready to assist, collaborate with BIDA and all the stakeholders to continue this dialogue. And finally, what inspires me the most, to be honest, as I look around this room, is all of you. Please take a look at all the persons sitting beside you, sitting next to you, sitting in front of you. You are actually the future of this country. So thanks to all our guests, including regulators, for making time to attend this event, which will actually pave the way for future success. And finally, we expect the event to spark the necessary spark that will initiate more dialogue. We know that this doesn't end here. Then we need to continue this dialogue with all the relevant stakeholders and bring the positive impact that we all wish for Bangladesh to achieve. That's all from my side. Thanks to you. Enjoy the rest of the day.